The stars were burning red above the galactic hall, but no one noticed, except Elder Korvac. He stared out the high window, his 3 eyes trembling. Something had shifted in the universe. Something was coming. Inside, alien leaders from 12 different worlds laughed as they reviewed the latest plan. Provoke Earth, force them to submit. A young commander slammed his claw on the table. Humans are weak. They live on one planet. One push, they fall. Korvac didn't laugh. His voice cracked through the noise. They warned us once, a long time ago. You don't remember what they did on Ceres. I do. The others ignored him. At that moment, millions of kilometers away, a stealth drone crossed into Earth's atmosphere. It was silent, fast, invisible, but Earth saw it. Without a word, Earth's defense net activated. The drone vanished. No signal, no remains. Just a single message sent back to the alien council ship. You were warned. Silence fell in the hall. Korvac closed his eyes. It was too late. They had awakened something ancient, and now no one could stop what was coming. General Raina Cross didn't speak when the alarm flashed on her command screen. She simply stood, pulled on her black combat coat, and walked into the control room. The humans had waited years for this moment, not for war, but for confirmation. Confirmation that the galaxy had forgotten fear. Deep beneath Alaska's ice, hidden for decades, the Sentinel Core activated. Subsurface cannons began charging. Orbital drones woke from their cold sleep. Not one news channel reported it. Not one civilian knew. Because Earth had planned for silence. In space, the alien leaders waited for a response. None came. No threats. No demands. Just nothing. But something felt wrong. Their satellites blinked. Their long-range sensors went blind. A transport ship carrying supplies to a neutral moon station simply vanished. No debris. No sound. Then, across 50 alien colonies, the same human phrase appeared on every public screen. Do not mistake our silence for surrender. Back in orbit, an alien scout ship tried to send a signal to Earth. It never got the chance. A beam of pure plasma sliced through it, mid-sentence. The pieces didn't fall. They just dissolved. On Earth, General Cross turned to her staff. No mercy, she said. Not this time. And somewhere, hidden in the void between stars, the Ghost Fleet began to move. 3 alien scout ships were sent next, silent, invisible, fast. None returned. The first disappeared near Earth's south pole. No signal, no wreckage, just gone. The second made it to low orbit. For 3 seconds it saw the world glowing below. Then a flash of light cut through the clouds, and the ship went dark. The third scout made it further. It cloaked itself, changed its signal, even mimicked human satellites. It believed it was safe. But Earth was already inside its systems. The alien pilot saw his controls flicker. The temperature dropped inside his cockpit. And then, something appeared on his screen. A face. A human face. Cold, scarred, watching. It said one sentence. We see you. The scout spiraled, crashing into the ocean. The pilot survived. Barely. When he was found drifting near a neutral trade station, his mind was broken. He couldn't speak in full sentences. He kept repeating the same thing. They're not what we thought. They're not what we thought. And carved into the hull of his escape pod, burned by plasma heat, was a message no one could explain. You were warned. Now you remember. Panic spread like wildfire through the alien systems, but it was only the beginning. Earth hadn't even answered yet. Without warning, without a single broadcast, Earth struck back. A deep space alien base orbiting the gas giant Terex 5, home to over 8,000 alien soldiers, blinked off all communications in under 7 seconds. Surveillance feeds later showed a shadow sweeping across the stars, then nothing. The destruction was surgical. No planets harmed, no civilians touched, just one military outpost. Erased from existence, the alien alliance was stunned. Dozens of fleets scrambled to respond. But there was no trace of a human ship, no energy trail, no heat signature. Only one piece of evidence survived. A single alien soldier, the base's security commander, was found in an escape pod drifting in orbit. His body was alive, but his mind was gone. He kept repeating one phrase through bloodied lips. They were already here, inside the base, inside the walls. But worse was what they found in his neural implants, a hacked message, burned into his thoughts by human tech. Earth strikes once. Decide what happens next. Panic turned to fear. The alien leaders demanded answers from each other. But no one could explain how Earth's forces moved without being seen. One admiral whispered, "They don't want to conquer. They want us to remember." And far beneath Earth's surface, General Raina Cross watched the footage silently. Then she nodded. "It begins now." The Grand Council met in secret orbit above their capital world, trembling behind locked doors. 12 species, once united by pride, now stared at each other in fear. No one had seen a single human face. No ships had been caught on radar. No patterns to predict. Just destruction, precise, cold, and silent. One warlord slammed his fist on the table. "We are the rulers of this galaxy. We outnumber them 1,000 to 1. But Elder Korvac only shook his head. "They don't care about numbers. They are not playing your game." Still, the council voted. In desperation, they sent their most feared general, Varrock the Conqueror, to lead a full-scale offensive. A fleet of 400 ships left from the edge of their territory, heading toward the solar system. Their goal: show force, crush Earth's pride, and end the threat before it grew larger. Varrock was confident. His fleet moved with speed and power, reaching Jupiter's orbit in hours. But there they found something no one expected. Behind the gas giant, Earth's secret, a massive shipyard hidden in the planet's radiation belt. Thousands of silent war machines, dormant, armored, ancient. Some looked damaged, some were overgrown with space dust, but all of them were ready, and one by one, they began to activate. Varrock stared from the bridge of his flagship as lights lit up across the black hulls. A message appeared on every screen of his command deck. "You wanted to find us. Welcome." Behind him, a crew officer whispered, "This was never a defense plan. It was a trap." And the trap had just closed. General Varrock's fleet had no time to retreat. Sensors died. Communications vanished. The stars around them seemed to shift. Then the first human ship appeared, silent, black, and massive, emerging like a shadow from the void behind Jupiter. No energy signature, no warning. Then came another, and another, dozens of them, then hundreds. Each one bore the same emblem, a shattered world wrapped in thorns, the symbol of Earth's most feared force, the Ghost Fleet. Vessels believed destroyed in old wars, long written off as myths. But they were real, and they were waiting. Before Varrock could issue an order, his forward scouts were erased, one, by invisible weapons. Ships didn't explode, they simply vanished into bursts of white light, disintegrated at the molecular level. Panic spread through the alien ranks. Pilots screamed, orders clashed. But it was useless. The Ghost Fleet moved like a storm. No formation, no patterns. They were machines of vengeance, each one carrying weapons no alien had ever seen. Varrock's own ship was hit, not destroyed, disabled. Systems froze, lights dimmed, gravity fluctuated. A hologram flickered to life on his bridge. A human in shadow, a voice like ice. "We were silent for your sake. You mistook it for weakness. Now, you learn." And then the message cut out. Varrock, shaking, sent one final transmission back. To the Council, the Ghost Fleet is real. Earth never forgot. We were never ready. Back on Earth, General Raina Cross closed her eyes as the data rolled in. Phase 2 was complete, and Earth had not even left its home system. Part 7. Humanity's Secret Weapon. The Alien Alliance was in chaos. Fleets shattered, systems dark. Varrok's warning confirmed the worst. Earth had never been weak. It had simply been watching. Now the humans unveiled something far worse than warships. Project Echo. It wasn't a bomb. It wasn't a missile. It was a living weapon, a hybrid virus, both digital and biological, crafted in Earth's deepest labs. It moved like light, spread like air, and didn't destroy infrastructure. It destroyed control. One by one, alien planets began to fall, silent. Power grids collapsed. Military AI shut down. Starships drifted helplessly. Entire communication systems blinked out in seconds. Leaders screamed for answers. Scientists couldn't find the source. It wasn't just a hack. It was a message, encoded in death. In the infected systems, a voice played softly over and over. You could have lived beside us. But you chose fear. Now, we remove your chains. Worse still, the virus didn't kill the civilians. It left them untouched. It only broke the systems that let empires rule. Weapons, control networks, command chains. It made entire militaries irrelevant. The aliens realized the terrifying truth. Earth had created a weapon not to conquer, but to erase their power without firing a shot. No invasions, no firestorms, just quiet, precise collapse. On a warship drifting near the Trias Nebula, a panicked admiral sent a last call. We can't even surrender. They've already won, without arriving. And in Earth's command chamber, Raina Cross whispered the next order. Let them see what silence really means. Across the galaxy, entire civilizations unraveled. The once mighty Zarathi Empire lost control of its homeworld in just 4 hours. Their battle cruisers floated powerless in orbit, their systems infected with Earth's silent virus. On the ground, their warlords argued and panicked, unable to contact their allies, unable to strike back. In the outer rim, the Tessar coalition turned on itself. One faction blamed the humans, another blamed their own council. Civil war broke out in real time, broadcast on broken screens across dead cities. But Earth remained silent. No ships landed. No armies marched. No ultimatums were given. Instead, one signal was sent, across every known frequency, to every species that had joined the Alliance. It was a hologram, a single image, the throne room of the Galactic Council, shattered, burning. Alien banners torn, no bodies, just a single human flag standing tall in the ashes. Under it, 6 words blinked on repeat. You chose this. We warned you. Panic turned into surrender. But there was no one left to surrender to. A young alien soldier, barely trained, whispered to his commander, "They're not fighting us. They're ending the idea of us." And above them, satellites cracked and rained sparks like falling stars. Still, Earth remained unseen. Its people were quiet. Its leaders gave no speech. They simply watched the galaxy collapse under the weight of its own arrogance, and the message was clear. Humanity didn't want revenge. It wanted memory. In the galaxy's final corner, only one power refused to fall. The Krill Dominion, a brutal reptilian race bred for war. Their empire had conquered 27 planets. They believed in strength, not fear. And now, they chose to fight. The Krill sent their last war fleet, 5,000 ships, armed to the teeth, directly at Earth's outer colonies. Their plan: hit fast, hit hard, and make humanity bleed. Maybe then Earth would negotiate, but Earth didn't send warships to stop them. It sent something else. People. On the mining colony of Vesta 9, Krill shock troops landed, only to face human, Miners armed with nothing but tools and old rifles. On Titan's frozen plains, they clashed with ex-engineers and retired soldiers, men and women who hadn't seen combat in years. In every place the Krill struck, ordinary humans rose, quiet, steady, unshaken, and they didn't fight to win. They fought like they remembered everything. A Krill warlord screamed, "Where is your army? Where are your commanders?" A farmer answered, holding a laser drill, "You're looking at them." In 3 days, the Krill lost half their fleet, not because of weapons, but because they couldn't understand the one thing humans had that no virus or ship could deliver: rage earned through silence. In the final battle above Ceres, Krill forces tried to retreat, only to find Earth's ghost fleet waiting. The Krill commander begged for peace. Earth gave only one reply: "You stood last. Now you fall last." The war was over, but Earth had never called it a war. Across the stars, the empires were gone, their fleets dismantled, their leaders vanished, their control systems erased. Yet Earth never claimed territory, never raised flags, never sent troops to occupy. It simply stopped. The Ghost Fleet returned to its silent orbit beyond Jupiter. Project Echo deactivated, its code deleting itself across alien space. The satellites that once monitored the galaxy turned inward, watching Earth alone. And then came the final message, broadcast only once, but captured on every device across every system. A human stood in the shadows of Earth's night. The face was hard to read, no name, no medals, just a voice, calm, cold, unshaken. "You were warned, again and again. We never wanted to rule. We never wanted war. But you mistook restraint for fear. Now we leave you with what you built, and we will watch. From a distance. Forever." The screen went black. In the silence that followed, something unexpected happened. Across dozens of alien systems, survivors began to rebuild. Not for dominance, but for survival. Small alliances formed. Peace born, not from trust, but from the deep memory of what humans had done without ever invading. Earth had taught the galaxy a lesson no weapon could deliver. The most dangerous enemy is the one who never wanted to fight, and as the stars turned above a quiet Earth, humanity watched, not as conquerors, but as the silence the galaxy would never forget.